Hello everybody, my name is Levon and today I'm going to show you how I built this filter before I cover up all the workings. I'm going to fill this with gravel and different stages of gravel. But I just wanted to give you a quick look before I cover everything up. So my pond obviously has a filter in it, or has a pump in it that's pumping about 2,000 gallons per minute. I have a bigger one per hour, I'm sorry. I have a bigger one inside, but I'm going to test this one out first with 2,000 gallons. So I'm going to be bringing this with a 2-inch. I'm going to tee off over here with a 1-inch outlet so I can hook up my ultraviolet sterilizer. And I'm going to have a shutoff valve on that to regulate how much goes through there. And then the 2-inch is going to continue. And I'm going to have a 2-inch shutoff valve right here just to kill this off completely. I should actually put the shutoff on the front side, right after the pond. It should be the main shutoff for everything, then a T with the 1-inch shutoff for your UV sterilizer, and I'll explain to you why. That guy is going to run basically up and into 45 into that uniseal that you see down there, and that is going to go into this 90, which is a downward, it's a street 90. So one side is a slim fit, and the other one obviously is the regular fit, and that is a shower pan or a shower drain that I converted. I basically took that shower drain, I took the head off that screws off the adjustable height on it, and I put 4 holes and 4 stainless steel nuts on the bottom of that so that it basically keeps it off the bottom of the filter. And then this 1-inch line that you see here, that runs down to a manifold that I built, and you can kind of see where it is. It's a square manifold, and then it tees, and then it becomes a hexagon that goes all the way around. It's all 1-inch, and that is got a whole bunch of holes drilled into it. I don't know if you can kind of see that. There you go. Drilled a whole bunch of holes into that, so that's going to be your flushing system. When this guy is getting all mucky and dirty, you're going to basically blow a bunch of pressurized air down here after shutting off the pump and shutting off your 2-inch main shutoff valve over there. You're going to basically blow air down here, bring all the muck and stuff to the top, and I'll have a cutout over here. That'll be my. It's going to be a return to the pond, and at the same time, I'm going to be able to cap that off. Maybe on this side, I'll drill a hole and I'll put like a bleed so that you can close this, fill up the system, and bleed out all the dirty stuff when you're pumping air through this. Bleed out all the dirty muck and stuff off, and I don't know, into the garden or drain it off somewhere, not into the pool, obviously. But so with that in mind, this is going to be the 2-inch coming in, and 2 inches directly going to feed right into that, and then direct downward through that 90 to the shower head that I told you about, with the holes that's keeping it raised just off the bottom of the whole filter. Now that is going to be about an inch clearance that I gave the bottom lip, so that it will have plenty of flow and no restrictions of any sort. That's going to basically go out that end. It's going to come up, back up through all this gravel. Now that's pretty heavy stuff that I set. What I did is I took a couple of milk crates and I cut it out to a shape to where it covers all of the manifold and everything underneath there. So you don't want any of your gravel and stuff. So this first layer of gravel, I'm going to put my piece of pipe in here and facing down, which is going to feed in, and then I'm going to continue filling the rest of this. Don't glue any of the stuff. This is all pressure fit. Just force it right through there, and if you want, put a layer or two of Teflon and then shove it in. You can do that as well. It'll hold it. It won't go anywhere. You want to just basically keep it flexible in the future. If you want to take this apart and clean it, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get all this gravel out, but the idea of this filter works really well, so you're not going to be doing that. The only way you need to clean this guy out is blow a bunch of air through it, so all the sediment and stuff that's being caught in the gravel will end up in the top, and you can, like I said, you're going to flush it out the side. So the reason I would put the main shutoff closer to there is if you do have a buildup of muck and stuff in the bottom of your filter, what you can do is shut off the main and have this filled with water. Once you flush this whole system out, getting all the crap out from the surface that you can, you're going to keep this filled. You're going to turn that shutoff off, the main coming from, Well, that's going to be off already when you're doing all this. You're going to be blowing water in. When you open that up to blow water up and through, when you're blowing air through this and you're bringing water up and through, you want to be flushing all that stuff out. After you're done flushing all the muck from up here, your system is going to be quite full. So cap that off so it'll allow this to drain. It's going to be shut off already. Open up the 1-inch bleed from here so that basically you'll be back flushing the system. It'll be draining now, and all the muck that is caught on the bottom side of the rocks will start going out there. Now you can, that's why I have a flex on my UV for, this is temporary, but that flex is going to be feeding to these where the hell did I put them? These stupid Tetra Pond filters, which were garbage. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use these as grow beds. I'm going to fill them with hydroton or maybe lava rock or something like that, and put some lettuce or some plants in here. I'm actually going to grow some stuff in here. Be better than the way it came. These filters were garbage because they're basically this pad goes on first, this plastic thing, and then the pad. Oh, there you go. That's lucky. But and then you're supposed to put lava rock on top of it. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but the minute that the pad gets clogged up, it basically shifts to the side and everything bypasses everything. It just goes right past the filtration. And I noticed I was getting a lot of liquids like slipping out the side because of the amount of pressure pushing it out. And you know, it's just worthless. Don't waste your money on them. So what I'm going to do, I'm basically going to do the same thing I'm doing in that. I'm going to put several large gravels in the bottom, and then I'm going to fill it up with the lava rock, and I'm just going to plant some of my aquaponic lettuce and stuff like that because they do real well in a wet environment, and constantly wet roots, they'll do well in that. And that's basically it. This is the old school filter that I had. Now the reason I hate these systems is this is top fed, so the water feeds into it, and the minute these get mucky, it starts to overflow through this, which happened real soon. I mean, less than a week. So I'm not going to go with the top feed system. I'm going with the bottom feed system, so it forces everything through it. And then when the top of the gravel looks all nasty, you pretty much means the whole thing is ready to be flushed. So it's going to be a more effective filter for my pond and less maintenance and less crap. But it's only 1,000 gallons, so it's this is ample. This is good for 2,000-3,000 gallon ponds. So other people add another one next to it, and it overflows into there and all that. But the only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bag of bio balls to the top of this thing, and it's just going to go through the bio balls, and then it's going to exit and go back to the pond, and that should act perfectly, and that should be more effective, and that should probably take care of everything when it comes to minus the UV filter, of course. Take care of filtering out the pond, stopping all the green and all the muck from making it back in there. So I hope you guys understood everything. I'm sorry I was shifting around, I was jumping around, but you're basically going to come 2-inch shut-off valve for the main thing, T, 1-inch coming out so you can accommodate your UV filter. I'm going to just run the UV filter into those things. And then continue with the 2-inch 45 into the system, overflows. I'm probably going to put the drain on the far side over there so that and conceal all these white pipes. Have it go back down, and then dump back into the pond. All right. Hope you guys got that. Just before I fill this all in, so there's basically a manifold. This one it tees, it goes into a square, and then that one tees out, and it becomes. I just use 45s all the way around, and that's all your air manifold. Drill a whole bunch of holes in that. Push air down through here. It's going to blow out this whole system. Okay. Thank you for watching.